Hi everybody, Grandad here again. What am I up to today? Well, today I'm going to do a little bit more chemistry with you, and I'm filming it on two cameras because I've been having trouble, as you know, with my videos. So I'm filming it on two cameras, so if I'm look as if I'm looking in the wrong direction, it's because I'm looking at one camera and then I'm looking at the other camera. But anyway, I'm going to do a little bit of science with you today. Now, if you remember, in one of my previous videos I produced a little bit of copper oxide. Now, I didn't have much, so I've only got a very small experiment going on here, but I did see a way of turning this copper oxide back into copper metal. Now, I've no idea whether it's going to work, but I've seen it done, so maybe it does. Now, I'm using a method I saw on YouTube where somebody got a bottle top and put it into a little frame and held it over a fire to act as a crucible. So I've done that, and I've burnt it out already. And I've got my Bunsen burner here, which is not really a Bunsen burner, but it's a similar thing, and a bit of water. So what I've got is charcoal powder, the copper oxide which I produced, and I put it up in this little container, and I've crushed it with my mortar. I did all that beforehand because I didn't know how long it was going to take. So it's already crushed up. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to pour it into this little crucible. As I say, I haven't got much, so I don't know how well this is going to work, but I'll try and put it all in there. It's blown away a little bit. I've actually got more than I thought, so I may be able to do this a couple of times, I don't know, but I'm trying to fill up this little crucible. As I say, it's only a bottle top, so it doesn't hold a great deal. I'll put that in there. I should have perhaps had something underneath to catch any spills, but anyway, that's held quite a lot. There's a little bit more left, so if it works I might try it again. Just hope that doesn't blow away. I'll put my little mortar in there just to hold it still. Now I'll put my safety glasses on. I haven't got my gloves on, but this was a little bit difficult to do, so I didn't wear my gloves, but I ought to, and you should do so. Anyway, let's turn on this little Bunsen burner. There we are, that's got that going. And I'll try holding this crucible in the flame. Now, as I say, I don't know how long it's going to take, but while I'm cooking this up, charcoal's certainly burning. While I'm cooking this up, I would just like to mention, if anyone knows why, when you put videos up on YouTube, or sometimes, why you can only put short videos up. I've seen a license you can get off YouTube so that you can put longer videos up, but I've been trying to put some up on a thing called Play Memories, which is the film thing for the Sony camera I've got. And for some reason I can't put long videos up, and it seemed to restrict them. I don't know whether that's what it is, but if anyone knows anything about why it's difficult to put long videos up on Play Memories videos, and to let me know whether you can get some license or other to make longer videos. I don't know. This is why I didn't want this video to go too long, because for some reason when you try to put it up, it splits it either into two videos, so you end up having two videos, and some of my videos have been in two parts, and you don't know where it's going to join up, so it's a little bit difficult to work. And it's a little bit annoying that it'll split a video into two, and you can't seem to join them back together again. I mean, this Play Memories is a real problem. I was going to do a video review on it, saying how bad it was, because I find it very difficult to do anything with Play Memories website piece of equipment that's supposed to help you to do things with your videos. Now I don't know whether this is getting hot enough. Put the flame up a little bit higher, because on the one where I saw it actually got red hot and you could see it, but this doesn't seem to be doing much, so maybe my flame isn't hot enough. It certainly dried out and cracked a bit, but it's not doing anything like going into red hot. So I'm not too sure whether it's actually working. I'll keep persevering with it a little bit longer. But I didn't want this video to go on. I've no idea how they fast forward on videos and things, so I don't know how to do that, so I can't fast forward it. I've just got to bear with it and hope that I can get there by the time before people get bored with watching me cook a bit of metal up. But apart from drying out and cracking, it's not really doing anything. It's not getting red hot in there. And I don't know why that is, because the chap that did it only used a Bunsen burner, and you don't get very hot with a Bunsen burner. So this little propane torch should be getting hot enough. But nothing seems to be happening at the moment. A little bit tiring holding it. I hope I'm holding it in the hottest part of the flame. But it certainly isn't getting red hot like I saw on the video on YouTube when somebody else was doing this. So I don't quite know what's going on here. I can see some little bits in there that may be the copper metal forming, I don't know. But the idea is that the copper oxide will form with the charcoal, the carbon, and turn the actual substance into copper metal. Now, copper metal melts at a very high temperature, so I'm surprised that this is even possible. So I don't know. I'm hoping it wasn't a fake video and it didn't actually do it. But anyway, I'm trying it to find out for myself. There's certainly something forming in there, but I don't know whether it's copper metal or whether it's just some sort of ash. I don't know. But it's not going red hot like I saw on the video where I saw this being done before. And all he did was hold it in the flame, like I'm doing. It's certainly getting very hot. And it doesn't seem at the moment that it's making any copper metal, to my eyes. Now he was able to, with the thing he made, was able to dip it into water afterwards to cool it down. But with this tool I've made, I'm not going to be able to dip it into the water to cool it. Now it could be that I'm just not getting enough heat here. My stuff isn't getting red hot, which I thought it would have done. So this might turn out to be a fail. And I'm sorry about that, because it looked like an interesting little experiment, if it worked. But at the moment, it doesn't appear to be doing anything. Now, as I say, it could be that I'm just not getting it hot enough. I got my burner wide open now, and there's not a lot of gas left in this tank, so I don't think I'm going to be able to get it to produce any more heat for me. So this may well turn out to be a fail. I'm just not being able to produce enough heat by this burner for it to produce my copper metal, which I was hoping for. Now it may have produced it underneath and I can't see it, I don't know. But at the moment it doesn't seem to be working. Now I didn't bring anything out with me to poke it with, just to see whether it's doing anything. I don't don't think I can find anything quickly. I might just try putting that down for a second and get a screwdriver. Well, that has immediately put out my burner. Which is not helpful. It's gone out again. I'll try poking it with a screwdriver. No, it doesn't seem to me that charcoal has burnt at all, which is surprising because I thought it would have burnt the charcoal if nothing else. I'm certainly getting very hot, but for some reason it's not hot enough to burn that charcoal, which is weird. Charcoal burns very easily. So I'm not quite sure what's gone on. I don't think by putting it up to the top it's going to actually do anything either. Let me just try. All it's doing there is blowing the material away. It's not even relighting my burner. That's too fierce and it's blowing my material away, I think. It's actually getting it red hot now. Oh. Played on it a little bit longer. It's blowing it all out, unfortunately. So that method isn't very satisfactory. Well, I don't think that's worked. I think this has been a bit of a fail. An interesting experiment. I'll try putting it into the water, obviously to cool that thing of mine down. Now what I'll do, and it'll take a little while for me to be able to get those bits out, I'll examine those bits and see if there is any copper metal in it. And if it is, when I do another video I'll mention it. Incidentally, on a previous video I wanted to mention, I did try when I was doing the smelly gas video, the experiment which I did, I discovered that I was doing it right, I was correct, but when I tried to do it with the litmus paper, I've discovered that what you're supposed to do is to make a dilute solution of copper sulfate and dip blotting paper in it to soak it with copper oxide, copper sulfide, and copper oxide. Well, copper something anyway, and get it on the paper. And then when you put it in the gas, it turns black, and that worked. So I'm going to do a follow-up video to that, because those experiments looked as if they weren't working, but in actual fact they did, but I didn't do them very good. So I did it in 1 and 2, because as I say, it split the video, but I might do a 3 and show how I managed to fulfill the video. So that may be coming up next if this works. But this has been a bit of a fail. I'll examine the, no, funnily enough, looking in that water now, I can actually see. You obviously can't see on the video, but I can actually see what look like copper speckles in there. The carbon is separated from the material, so I don't know, that may well have worked. And as I say, when I do the next video I might mention it, if I've managed to make any copper metal inside there by using this method. So it might actually work, so don't abandon it, but it's tricky. It's tricky to do because your powder blows away. You need a better burner, and you need a really fierce burner, which obviously this isn't fierce enough to create the heat. Anyway, let's hope that this video worked, and if it does, I'll break off now, and as usual I say bye bye everybody, bye bye.